Holy crap, it has been a minute. I think it's probably been 2-3 years since we've done a vlog, but we're here at Super73. We're about to get an exclusive tour on exactly what is happening over here. So if you guys are intrigued about e-bikes, looking for an e-bike, or just a super big fan of e-bikes like I am, or you just want to get a tour and see what Super73 looks like inside, today we're doing that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
My name is Michael. I am the co-founder and CMO over here at Super73, and we're going to show you kind of what the whole operation's about.
Give us a rundown on the history of Super73 of people that don't really know.
Yes, yeah. So we're like one of the oldest companies in the space at this point, which is crazy. We're 9 years old. We started back in 2016 on Kickstarter. A couple friends and I had an idea for a weekend project, and we thought, hey, let's just throw this on Kickstarter. We were trying to make 5 bikes. 5 bikes paid all of our bills. We accidentally sold 500, and we were like, I think we're an e-bike company now. And we have just been chasing it ever since. We've had highs, we've had lows, but the biggest thing is we're still here at a time when a lot of our competition isn't. So now it's about navigating forward and kind of just figuring out life in the new e-bike world. This is our current HQ. We're down in San Clemente, California. We move a lot. That's kind of why we're still around. Every time our rent gets too big, we just pop somewhere else. So this is our current HQ. It is an interim HQ. We're building one out in Irvine right now, so we will be back in Irvine soon. But this is the store that you can come in and check out. We have all of our models here. We've got some accessories. We have one of the original Kickstarter bikes actually up on the wall. Those are the hand-built. We ended up hand-building about 2,000 of them. We didn't pay ourselves for 2 years because when you make stuff here, there just isn't enough margin. So those are fun, but obviously unviable. And so what we did was we transferred to mainstream, like large scale manufacturing, and that's when the bikes got really good. So that's when we really started to be able to hone in on the details and then responding to what our customers want. Because we are so nimble, we can kind of pivot as we grow. So you'll see a bunch of different iterations of the bikes, kind of history on the wall, kind of where we've been from and or where we came from, how we've evolved over the years. We've done a lot with the YouTube and the celebrity space. We had $0 to run ads for the first like 4 years of this business. So we just did viral marketing. And I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but we really only spent time focusing on who can platform these bikes in the right markets, in the right industries, where we have customers that we want to be able to find. So a big part of that was building custom. So anytime we wanted to enter a new market, we just build a custom for that market. So whether it's Post Malone, Halo, the video game, Hot Wheels, YSL, we can kind of make our bikes look and feel like anything. And that gets them in front of people that wouldn't normally interact with our e-bikes.
For somebody that wanted to get involved with Super73, how would they reach out to you?
On the community side, Drew is our head of community, and we do huge e-bike ride-outs like every weekend. But then additionally, we also have a dealer network. So anybody who wants to sell our bikes, they can apply to sell our bikes through their dealer network. We're also about to come out with a new affiliate program. So if you're a creator or an influencer or even just somebody who wants to hustle, we have a program where you get paid for every bike you sell. So those are kind of ways that we work on engaging our community, making sure that there's a big group. The bikes are nothing without the community, so it's always important to us to make sure that like people are feeling like they're being taken care of.
And what are the processes for somebody to be an influencer ambassador for you? Is there a certain criteria of what they have to meet?
Yeah, I mean, really, there's not a huge criteria. I think we want people that are going to hustle. I think the program's something that we're going to constantly be looking at, and if somebody's not selling bikes every 6 months, we'll probably not continue working with them. But we've seen people, I mean, there's one story of a community member who started a YouTube channel because they were selling so many e-bikes, ended up selling enough e-bikes to put a down payment on a house. And so it can be really lucrative even for those micro influencers, those sort of like independent creators. If you're willing to hustle and you know how to make cool content, like anybody has a voice now.
I'm a first-time buyer. What bike would you recommend me?
So I guess we start with our Z series. So this is sort of our most approachable entry level in terms of height, dynamic. It's my favorite bike, and it might be yours because it is most similar to what a BMX bike was. It handles very similarly. Obviously, it's way bigger, but the people who like BMX tend to gravitate towards the Z series. Similar seat height. You can kind of rip it around. It's our lightest bike as well.
Are you able to customize it?
So not in shop right now. We don't do any in-shop customizations. I will tell you, you go to a group ride on the weekend and no bike looks the same because everybody customizes it themselves. So while we don't do it, there's a huge network out there. There's people who will get your frames painted. There's people who change your power systems on it. There's a lot that people do after they buy these bikes that we don't have a hand in, but that make them super unique. And so yeah, if you go to a group ride, no two bikes look the same, which is always cool.
So would that avoid a warranty though? at all?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I think, you know, if somebody's painting the frame,
Yeah.
we're pretty lenient with it. But once you start messing with the electric powertrain, unfortunately, as a business, we can't take
Yeah.
that risk anymore. But those people know that.
Do you guys sell aftermarket parts for this line?
Yeah, we have a huge line of accessories online. I think we have some in store over here. But we have like cargo crates, we have different pedals, we have pegs, we have different handlebar sizes and styles, different grips. So you can really package something up on the website and then have something really custom when it arrives.
Amazing. And what do these start at?
So the Z series, it starts at 2,200 and then goes up from there. So you can spend as much as 4,500 on an e-bike here if you want to. But the entry level does start around 2,000, and I am very excited to say that we're about to come out with something new that I'll show you today if you want to see it.
Yes.
That is sub 2,000. So we're really at a time when prices are going up, we're working really hard to keep them as low as they can.
You guys do payment plans?
Yeah, so we do a couple options on the website. I mean, you can get an e-bike here for as little as $100 a month. And I think that's kind of the way most people are going when they're purchasing big things like this. And the resale value on these is great too, which is cool. Like once you're done with it, throw it on Facebook Marketplace, you're getting a ton of money back on that. But we're also working on a trade-in program. So we're about to go live with a trade-in program through Upway, where you can bring your old e-bike in, and we're actually trying to broaden it so it's not just Super73, so it's like any e-bike, and we'll give you cash for that bike towards your next purchase.
Entry level, does that do with sizing too, or can you get the highest end with sizing?
Yeah, so this is gonna be around like 28.5 inches on the seat height, so it is our lowest seat height. After that, you're gonna have like a 30 and like a 32. So the S series, which we might be, oh, here we go, right here. So the S series here, honestly, one of our most iconic designs. Like this is really the one that sort of kicked it off with the battery up here by the seat. This one is our new Legacy series, so you get a whole new electric powertrain. I think aesthetically, this is the prettiest one. If you like a beach cruiser, this is like a very capable beach cruiser, and that's kind of how we present it. It doesn't have rear suspension. It's got a big battery. You're going 35 miles, 40 miles to the charge in some cases. The Legacy series has incredible torque. So now when you hit a hill on a Super73, you're gonna maintain your speed going up that hill, which is something we've been working on for a long time. And then you have the bench seat style that we do. So we also have a longer seat. We know that people like to change their riding style. So if you happen to be a little taller, you can sit towards the back. If you're a little smaller, you can sit towards the front. So there's a lot of kind of options on how to get the most size out of the least amount of changing the design of the bike. I think a lot of e-bikes obviously have adjustable seats. We really popularized the bench seat style, and with that comes limitations. You can't be for everybody. So we've tried to make it as broad as you possibly can while maintaining that same design aesthetic, because we're very design forward. If you want to go kind of more performance and you might like push your bike a little further than normal, we have the R series. The R series is full suspension, biggest battery, biggest motor that we offer. Depending on the scaling, you can get one with Fox suspension. Otherwise, we have our typical coil suspension, and then we have coil with the piggyback reservoir, so you can really kind of hone in and dial in your riding style. These bikes tend to go for the people that kind of like to push the limits on their e-bike a little bit. You know, it's not a stunt bike, but it can definitely, due to that rear suspension, it can definitely like push you a bit
This
further.
is something I would go for.
Yeah.
Personally. I'm not trying to stunt it, but it just looks so badass.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, I'm really proud of our design team on how we're able to make things look so different than the industry.
Yeah.
I think you see a lot of e-bikes that look like this now because they've just copied what we do, but we came up with this design. It is very moto style, rather than taking from e-bike style. We really pull from that traditional moto look. And because of that, I think it sets us apart. And also the riders that kind of gravitate towards this are typically very cool, very creative people. And so it kind of brings a really eclectic community of creative individuals.
Well, it looks like you got the stem here. Can I put BMX bars on these?
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's what's cool. And we offer quite a few different handlebar options.
Okay.
But you can put your own bars as well.
Yeah.
We really try to make it so that it's as modular as possible with the rest of the accessories in the bike industry.
For sure. And you could do BMX grips?
Yeah, absolutely.
BMX pedals?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Yeah. You can really kind of put, I mean, you can throw pegs on the back. You can
That's
really
crazy.
Yeah, you can really throw a lot of cool touches on it.
So you got tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3?
100%,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, and we do have a bit of I guess if you want to call it a tier 4, we have the Adventure series. This is really kind of like trail riding, pushing it further. You have your Fox suspension on this, so it is like the best suspension you can get. You have four piston hydraulic brakes. This thing can stop a bike at 60 miles an hour, not that ours can hit anywhere near that, but you have that level of stopping power. So when you have a heavier bike, and you've got like the performance parts, you want to make sure that you're over-engineering everything. So these brakes here are kind of the best in the industry, and so you definitely get what you pay for.
And what does this go for?
This sits around $5,000, so
Okay.
it'll start around 4 and then it'll go up to 5.
The tiers of like, could you make that entry-level tier? You said it starts at 2,200. Mm-hmm. You can make that at like to $3,000.
Yeah. So depending on like, obviously there's not a ton you can do with the rear suspension,
Okay.
but throwing a bigger battery on there, you've got the limited edition versions that we release, which normally have super limited runs on paint color, as well as a few extra accessories, whether that's gearing on the back or an upgraded front suspension.
Okay, that's cool to know.
Yeah.
So this bike starts at 4.
Yeah.
And it could go up to 6.
Yeah, it'd go up to a little above 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
so
cool.
we just sold out of them, but we had an Oracle Red Bull Racing collab.
Whoa, yeah,
and
that's
those were
crazy.
like high performance, like every top of the line across the board, and it was pricey. But you again got what you paid for on that.
How crazy is it for you to see that
Yeah,
bike
I know.
there, and then you're
know.
doing a collab with Oracle?
Yeah, it's wild. I think when we started it, we were such bicycle outsiders. We weren't from the bicycle space, and I think that is what helped us set ourselves apart. It is wild to think about, like, those were handmade in a shop in Tustin, California. I mean, we were grinding through the night. We would take like nap shifts just to catch our breath. And now to see that, we have hundreds of thousands of them out in the world. We were in the Barbie movie. We've done a Batman collab. Paris Hilton rides, Jack Black. Like, it's just wild to see how far it's gone. It's cool.
Definitely one of the most known
Thank
brands
you.
out there.
That means a lot.
I'm stoked for you.
We're super grateful. Thank you.
Super73 grateful.
Yeah, right. The word super like plagues me these days.
So this is the store. So people can't come here. What's the opening? When do you guys open?
10 to 5. We also have a store in Irvine as well, and then we're expanding this coming year. So we'll be in quite a few new markets across the U.S. on owned retail, but chances are there's e-bike stores that sell Super73 near you. So if you want to go in and touch and feel it, we try to make that as accessible as possible.
Most definitely.
You want to check out the facility?
Yes. We're gonna have to take a quick commercial break from our sponsors today, Drink Caffeine. Enjoy the commercial. There was a point where I had to rebuild everything. My body, my mind, and my life. And after getting sober, I realized something. The world is full of drinks designed to numb you, make you crash, help you escape. But what if you're trying to come back to yourself? There was nothing out there for people like me, chasing clarity, calm, energy with intention. So, I made it. And for over a year, I obsessed. And I studied natural herbs, mood boosters, adaptogens, and natural ingredients that actually supported the body. My wife Erica and I spent late nights making batch after batch of tea, from scratch tasting flavors, balancing ingredients, figuring out what actually made us feel good. It's for the people waking up with purpose, who want to feel sharp, steady, and actually good. Not wired, not wiped out, just better. It's the kind of better that carries you through the day, that keeps you coming back for more. Because Caffeine Kinda Geeked isn't like any drink out there on the market. It's real brewed black tea with adaptogens, no added sugars, real fruit juice, watermelon, and pineapple, low in calories, non-carbonated, with 50 milligrams of caffeine. It's for everything you need, nothing you don't. Just real ingredients, made to help you feel clear, focused, and fully alive. Caffeine, an addiction worth embracing.
So we have our small HQ is here right now. So we're actually in what is the old Stance building. So anybody in that lifestyle world knows Stance very well. This used to be the skate park for Stance.
Oh, damn.
But as times have changed, they've kind of shifted things around. So this is sort of our current HQ. We do a ton of customs like ourselves here. So here's an example of like a copper plated, that's an old Super73. We've got a bunch of, I can show you some of them later, but we've got a bunch of customs around here that'll kind of show how we do it.
Yeah.
But this is sort of our temporary holding facility. And then we have our offices on this side. Again, we are moving here real soon. We move a ton. We're building out our own HQ that has a service center, a store, a kind of community center for people to come and work on their bikes, as well as offices. So it's really important to us that our spaces are like open to the public. We have a ton of visitors come by, and I always want to show them,
Yeah.
I want to show them everything. We're proud of it. These are a couple of our,
Oh, look at this crazy
Oracle
thing.
Red Bull.
That's-
Yeah, so these are some of the old customs we used to work on. Obviously, this one is probably 7 or 8 years old now, so it's showing a bit of age.
That's cool. This is the Oracle bike?
And then these are the Oracle Red Bull bikes. So we did an event here a couple weeks back where we actually had an F1 Red Bull car show up, which was so cool. I'll show you a couple of the customs real
You
quick.
guys big surfers?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we share a HQ with Rip Curl as
so
well.
this is Rip Curls?
So Rip Curl's in there.
Oh, what up, Rip Curl?
Yeah, and then Stance is over there. It's a really cool little campus with a lot of lifestyle brands. We did a line of kids bikes.
Oh, this is.
And
You don't do these anymore?
No, I mean we have a few more coming in, but we did pause on them.
Those are badass, dude.
But this is plated in 24 karat gold.
Dave Mirra did like a BMX bike like this for X Games.
In gold?
Yeah, all gold like
sick.
that. Kind of looked exactly like
Isn't
that.
that so cool? Yeah, I love these little bikes. They're really capable. This was done for a San Diego Padre player, Jake Cronenworth. It was so cool we had to do 2 of them because I'm a big kind of World War II aviation fan. And so I was like, we got to do one for ourselves. So this is entirely hand painted.
The bars are fire.
Yeah.
I love the bars.
Yeah, so we do a ton of different bar styles. And what's cool about having our own welding and our own facilities is we can kind of just create weird one-off stuff.
Yeah.
So this is like a reimagining of a Super 73 prototype here.
These bars are fire. Like,
Yeah,
these are 10 out of 10 for me for bars.
That's rad. I love that you love it. I mean, that's what we're trying to do is offer a style for everybody
Yeah.
so you can kind of cater it to yourself. And then if you're familiar with Paris Saint-Germain, the Parisian soccer club, football club, this is a line we did with them back in, I think it was 2018. And that was incredibly successful. It's pretty rad. They all rode them on the field. Like we had Neymar on a Super 73.
So how do opportunities like that come for you?
If I just hit somebody up and I go, hey, I've got a bike for you, can we talk? Normally they say yes. And that's, I mean, we didn't have, Lil Nas X is a great example. I wanted to get Lil Nas X a bike back when Old Town Road came out. And we had no way of getting in touch with him. So we just made him a custom bike, put it on our Instagram story, and we said, hey, Lil Nas, I've got a bike for you. Do you want it? And he DM'd us. And the next day I was riding through LA with Lil Nas X. It really does open the door for, because these are so valuable. Like they're so usable for people. Everybody could use an electric bike. Everybody wants to get out of their car. They want to experience like the wind in their face. They want to feel like they're riding a motorcycle without having to go through the steps of it. And so e-bikes are a great option for that. And pretty much anybody you offer it to is going to say yes. So it's just a matter of finding the right people that fit like culturally with what you're doing. And also we want to work with like genuinely ethical creators. And so we're really picky about like who we work with. There's been people who've come through the door that we're like, probably can't do a custom with you. Like, yeah, we can get to a deal. But I think for us, it's about maintaining like our morals and our ethics in terms of who we're working with and what we're doing. And that's proven to be really successful so far.
Yeah,
so
for
we're
sure.
gonna keep doing it. I don't think the day's gone by in 9 years where I haven't thought about e-bikes and the brand and who we can work with and what we can do. And we've got some really cool stuff coming out soon that I think is like returning to form.
Yeah.
We had to shrink a good bit to stay alive.
Yep.
And so I just shut everything off. Like we weren't marketing, we weren't making customs, we weren't doing like influencer projects. And now that we're we've caught our breath, we're back on the growth again, we're gonna start reactivating those things, and that's when it gets really fun. You wanna see the new stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
We just need to do a better job of innovating faster. For the first like 5 years of the company, we were dropping new lines every year or two.
Yeah.
And so competition couldn't keep up with us because we were designing so fast and coming out with new things. Once we went stale and stopped innovating in terms of like changing the design, that's when everybody caught up. So what we're doing here, which I'm gonna show you, is really kind of like getting back to those roots of innovation and really like making it hard for the competition to come after us. So this is the new Super 73 MZFT, and you saw this at Moto Beach.
Yep.
But this is the first of our next gen line of products. People are already like, well, it's too small for me. And it's like, that's why I'm saying it's the first of our next gen. So there's gonna be a lot that we're coming out with. But we created a bike that this is the largest growth market for e-bikes right now. Sub 30-inch frames, sub $2,000 price point, sturdy, bulletproof, easy to maintain, easy to customize. I mean, this thing checks every single box. And one of the coolest parts about it, to me, is just like the little features our team has added. So you obviously have your battery inside here. That's gonna keep it safe from theft, which we see a lot of that. People will just rip the battery off. It's like an $800 part. You have 2 chargers here. You can put a second battery here. And I've seen some conversation online about how big the storage area is. When you have one battery, this storage area on our smallest bike is huge still.
Yeah.
You're putting your phone, your wallet, your keys, your water bottle, like that's fitting in there, no problem. So it kind of like takes away the need to carry something on your back or to need to like put things on the bike themselves or, you know, keep them in your pocket and probably lose them. So it's a huge step. I know it's such a simple kind of elementary thing, but to have internal storage is massive. And it also gave us like the ability to make this thing look big and tough and weird. I think weird is something we are not afraid
I
of
don't think it looks
saying
weird
here.
at all.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I think it hits everybody. You could, if you're around, I mean, it calls the height, but if you're around 7, 8-year-old and up, and then, but also you're a grown man, like
100%.
you are, it
Like
doesn't look stupid.
I think, you know, I'm pushing 6 feet,
Yeah.
and you know, it's like a little small, but like this is fun.
But
like,
you're
this is a
cruising.
camp
You're
bike.
not-
This
yeah.
is a trail bike, and I think that's why we started with the 27-inch. I think like moto dealerships are gonna love this. People who own motorcycles that
bike?
just want something extra are gonna want this.
How much does it weigh?
So it's coming around 65 to 70 pounds right now, so it's a bit heavy.
Okay.
But that's just because we have mag wheels on it. We have this super robust frame. So we had some complaints about our frame previously being too nimble and too small. And so we were like, let's just blow it up.
Yes.
So it is like the thickest frame we could make. And also,
Is it made
so
out of
modular.
aluminum or chromoly?
It's aluminum.
Aluminum,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But it's dense. It's the densest tubing size we've had before. And then it's all super modular. So your dropouts are just connected right back here. Super easy to pop off. It's so simple to modify this bike. It's so simple to accessorize it. So we wanted it to be something that was easy for people to customize.
I love it. I think it's
Thank
really
you.
cool. And you put it in your car.
And so this is the Z Miami. This is our current smallest bike. And you can see
Yeah,
side by
night and
side
day.
the difference.
And what's the size of that one?
So this one, in terms of length, I think this is 42 inches and this is 36 inches. And so it's just, you tighten it way up.
I like it.
So
It's
it's
cute.
lower, you can drop the handlebars down. Yeah, it's cool. The team really knocked this out
And
of the
that's the
park.
thing for somebody like in BMX. So for BMX, you run a shorter bike, like a
Yeah.
20.5, which whatever, shorter and so better for spins, whatever. But all you do is realistically add bigger bars, a 9.5 bars,
Right.
or
Yeah,
10-inch bars,
100%.
whatever.
Bring 'em
and
up.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And you're chilling.
Easy. I mean, that's what's cool too, is like so many of these pieces, like you can just throw traditional bike accessories on these, BMX accessories on this, and it'll take no problem. So I think it's gonna be a huge hit. Obviously, you can't rip it like a BMX bike because of the weight.
Yeah.
But in terms of just shooting around town and the torque on it's pretty wild. It really does check a lot of boxes that our community's been asking for. And so debuting with this size to us was like, let's just cannon fire across the bow to the industry and get the new bike out there, and then the rest of the lineup's going to come shortly after.
And they can pre-order this right now?
So not just yet. It'll be live in retail on November 8th and on our website on November 10th. We're just drumming up some attention over it right now since it is so different and unique.
Yeah.
We figured the world should see it before it comes out so they get some time to understand what it is.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's still some stuff on our website, nothing too crazy, but what we're coming out with is going to be really cool. We just had Obey Korea partnered with Super73 to do a line of Obey clothing with like Super73 branding.
Yeah.
So there's like jerseys and shirts. So we love to do that, and we'll probably end up doing more of that.
Do you have any resellers? Like for like the YSL
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff?
Yeah. So you can buy a YSL bike. Currently, it's about 15 to 16 grand.
So you don't have one here?
No, I don't
Damn,
have
you
one
didn't keep
here.
one?
I have.
He's like, that's at my house. It's in the.
I essentially have enough to make one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got all of them. Oh, that one was. You want to go up there? That one was in the Peterson Automotive Museum.
Yeah, that's the RSD bike.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the first time we ever worked with him, and it's next to a couple cool bikes, so I'll show you. It was the first time we worked with Roland Sands was to put a bike in the Peterson Automotive Museum. They were going to imagine what a lightweight electric transportation would look like in the future. And then we liked Roland so much, we were like, hey, we should do a whole line of bikes. One of our most successful lines to date is the Roland Sands Edition, which is a full suspension R-Series bike. People love that bike. I see those things selling for MSRP with 10,000 miles on them. So these are a couple more collabs up here. We did Blackpink.
Oh, shit.
The K-pop group,
Yep,
so it's a Blackpink collab.
How did that do?
It was gone in a second.
Really?
Yeah, they were gone. They were gone faster than people could even get onto the site to buy them. You see them pop up on resale now and then. I love a pink bike, dude.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. So this is one of the early iterations of it.
Damn, okay.
And then over here we have our official Walking Dead collaboration.
Crazy.
So Norman Reedus, Daryl Dixon, actually designed this with us over Zoom. So we sat with him and our designers, and he kind of told us what he wanted on it, and we made it happen. So it's been at a couple Comic-Cons. They use it every now and then. They have a few more. And then behind it, that is the Roland Sands. That sat in the Peterson Automotive Museum, which was so cool, kind of as a fan, to be able to say that.
Did Roland design this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he chopped it up, and it's pretty sick. I know people want us to make this exact version. When you see it in real life, you realize how small it is, and you're like, shoot, we might have to scale it up.
I think collab number 2 needs to happen.
I know. I think it probably will. This one's cool. So this one's been a little beat up. It's missing a couple parts, but this is our Diablo bike. So we did an actual collaboration with Diablo. There we go. So all of this spining lights up. So this was done in partnership with MacGuffin Makers up in LA. It's a group of guys that do a bunch of custom builds. They actually did a Halo Warthog version of a Super73, and that thing had like moving armor parts. It is so cool. So this one's probably our most expensive.
Whoa.
Because everything on here, and it's missing, it's got this big shroud normally that's like horns, and it just kind of, I'm sure it's somewhere, I'm sure I can find it. But the winner, we did the giveaway here. The winner was like, can I just get a normal bike?
Yeah.
I don't think my mom's going to be too happy if I'm riding around on a Diablo bike. So we got to keep it, which is really cool. So this will eventually go up on display. We'll get it all brought back to life.
So badass.
But yeah, I mean, this one is like, we're talking tens of thousands and just custom designing. Like
Really?
all of this is handmade. So it's just
so custom fab work.
Yeah, and it's incredible. It was done by a prop shop that does like Hollywood props. They did Beyonce's helmet for her tour. So they did like really cool, unique one-off things, and they've been great to work with.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I just want to say thank you for your time today. I think really, I mean, people like you coming in and willing to share our story means so much to us. Super grateful for you, and obviously happy to kind of share the message. It's been a long 9 years, but we're on the up again, and we're excited to show you what we're working on.
No, and I appreciate you, and especially for the viewers, I'm sorry, because I've been MIA for a very long time. But I want to just keep doing cool videos like this here, in and out. I just like meeting with, what are you, the co-owner?
So I'm one of the founders, and I just stepped back into the CMO role.
So yeah, like people like him that are building businesses, that have built businesses, because as you guys know, I own a beverage company, Drink Caffeine. I just like to get people's backstory and show, I guess, the entrepreneurship. I hate that word, but like just the story, and see what can become of things if you work hard and dedicated to your craft, and you gotta love it. Anything you do, you gotta love. So I really appreciate you. And yeah, if people want to go find you guys, where can they go?
Thanks. I mean, we're just at Super73 everywhere. I'm Michael Canavo on Instagram. I share a lot of behind the scenes. I leak stuff before I'm supposed to. So
you get in trouble?
Yeah. I mean, luckily nobody can really get too mad at the founders. So
Yeah.
I get founder privileges. But yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm always trying to kind of keep it fun and diverse.
Cool.
Cool. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, brother.
Appreciate it.